Hey guys, it's a section of violence here. Man, a lot of frustration, I gotta say. I really was not too happy with how today ended. We're gonna get into it though. Um, yeah. So we'll start with LFA. And sorry about those last few CFFC picks. I had an idea of what I wanted to do, and you know, sometimes I just get swayed off about what I want to do, and it's all on me at the end of the day. So I gotta have some accountability and tell you guys that I got swayed off of some stuff, and I can't be letting that happen. But anyways, let's get on to LFA. We did pretty much swept LFA, so let's get into it. Jade Shealy, cash, lock of the card. Uh, Diamond Long has no business being in there. Joshua Pereira, I had him as a pick. I got swayed off him by a prediction. I don't even know how the fight went, so I can't even comment. So like I have to tell you guys, I didn't watch any of these fights, so I can't really tell you how any of them really went, other than maybe a few of them. Even then, I can't tell you much. But I'll tell you, I'll be honest with what I was. I'll be honest with what I did see. Anyways, we got Mateo Garner picking up a nice KO, elbows from outside control. Look at that. Showing off that grappling. We got Alonzo Turner, one of the locks of the card, cashing with ease, round one. We had Badu Zaki, um, easy money, I guess. This was amateur too, so no wonder I couldn't bet on it. I was like, why can't I bet on this? I couldn't find it anywhere. Easy win for him. Um, Aileen Pereira, so I still haven't lost. Cameron, so this is my first loss. Aaron Bush. I knew the size difference was a lot. I just didn't think it was going to be that big of a deal, and turns out it was. Aaron Bush is terrible. Good win for Cameron Kinsick. Josiah Harrell versus Mike Roberts. Josiah Harrell took him like apparently took him down out of the cage. It was a lot of chaos in this fight, but he got it done at the end of the day. So good win for Josiah Harrell. Yeah, moving on. We had Nate Williams, or yeah, like an idiot. I had Contavious Ramos as a prediction, but Nate Williams as a bet. And wait, did I count that as a loss? I might have. I have to check because then, yeah. Anyways, um, yeah, a weird night, but pretty much swept the card. Bikoyev won a split decision, close fight, could have went the other way. Sweeney cashed that. Uh, yeah, Sweeney was doing his thing. He's got a lot of good tricks up his sleeve. He'll be fun in the UFC. I just don't think he'll be doing any like he won't. I think he's already has he already been in the UFC? I don't know. I don't know. All I know is we cashed this card. Moving on to PFL. I feel like you guys, the good stuff isn't that fun to talk about. It's the bad stuff that's when it's really fun to talk about. Maybe not fun for me, but it's fun nonetheless. So number five. Let's get into number five. Okay, so this, I guess we're gonna get into the bad. So we had Isaiah Pinson taking on Denzel Freeman. I had Freeman as a pick. Thought he'd KO him or outpoint him, and we almost got that, but Pinson was apparently the play. I was gonna play him by decision, but I didn't think much of it. Also, the over, great cash on that part. Really happy about that. But when it didn't matter because $25 got screwed by, and I'll let you know how it was something in Bellator that screwed it up. But yeah, really unfortunate. I had two parlays with over plus 1,000 odds that could have cashed and missed by one leg, and it was the same leg, so I'm pretty pissed about that. Could have been a monster night, but just a few bad calls screwed it. It is what it is. Got to be more spot on, more precise. But yeah, Isaiah Pinson. Yeah, good win. And moving on, we had Jordan Heiderman picking up a win. I got talked off of him, so I would have bet him, but the old man crumbles. He's an old man. What do you expect? He shouldn't be in a pro fight to begin with. Um. Anyways, I know Heiderman's bad, but like he shouldn't have lost this fight. Anyways, good win for Heiderman. Olena Kozlesnik, she beat up Higashi. Man, I should have just like I couldn't decide if she was gonna finish her or if she was gonna get hit a decision, and she got a decision. But yeah, I'm kind of pissed that I didn't have more chalk on Atlanta. But you can't do much when their odds are negative 550 to negative 900. So it is what it is. Good win for Eleno, easy money. Next up, we had Julia Budd versus Martina Jandareva. I don't know how, but we got the win. The judges actually had some common sense. Great job. Not great job, but great determination from Bud to win the fight. Um, she's really not great, but she somehow manages to do something. So good job, Bud. Training at Fight Ready now, so hopefully that makes a difference. Thanks for the money. Moving on, Marcelo Nunez versus Danilo Marquez. Um, yeah, this is where I started really getting frustrated. So Danilo Marquez, he got bigger. I noticed that. I thought maybe that's just, to get more comfortable as a heavyweight, get some more power behind his shots. Turns out he's just like I can't say this because I'll probably get demonetized or not demonetized, but I don't know. I don't want to. I don't want any trouble with YouTube. But yeah, Marquez, man, he's a sack of garbage, man. He is terrible. He is really bad. And Nunez, another sack of garbage, but with good grappling. That actually apparently can strike. I had no idea. Can like it's such a mess. Like I'm so frustrated. I even bet this fight. I actually thought Marquez was a side, and if I was alone, I would be more pissed. But I wasn't alone, so it is what it is. But yeah, let's get into the really screwed me. Really screwed me. So we had Marina Mokanenta by decision, and I should have just left it alone. With women's MMA, no matter who you think's winning, it's always optics, and you just can't know for sure. So if you are gonna live bet a woman's fight, stick to a unit or two. And I had to learn the hard way because I put her on 14 units around Evelyn Martins because the calf was destroyed of Marina Mokanenta. So me thinking she can't shoot on her leg, I should have just remembered she's Russian and she's not a pussy. So Marina's a freaking stud for pulling it off, even though she attacked Evelyn with combos of death. Like but they had no technique behind them, but she landed them. And man, she's a dog, so credit to her. She's dating Sergey Spivak, so that's something new. Like, could do better than him, sweetheart. But all right, if it makes you happy, that's all I gotta say. I don't want to, get the polar bear mad at me. But yeah, man, I don't know. It's just Evelyn Martins, man. She's so young. She needs to really do strength and conditioning because she is really slow. Like not so much in the striking, but in the like grappling. Oh my goodness, it's like taking her. It takes her at least like 6 seconds just to get up. 10 seconds just to get up. Like it's really frustrating to watch. Like she could be such a problem if she was just a little more athletic. And yeah, it is what it is. All these razor close decisions have caught up with her, and I just that's it for me with live betting with women's MMA. If I am, it's going to be a unit. I can't unless the girl's obviously winning 2 rounds, and then there's an arbitrage. You know what I mean? Then you can do it. But like as for you know what I mean. You guys should get the lesson out of this through me. So it is what it is. Move on. Biggest loss of the night was from that though, for sure. Moving on, we had Dennis Goldtov as a lock of the night. Boy, did I screw this one up. I had him as lock of the night, and I didn't even really play him. I had him in a few parlays because the odds were so wide. I was like, what am I really going to be able to do? And I think it's because of the PTSD I have from last week with Brennan Lawnane. I have no idea what to expect from these guys, especially at heavyweight. So I thought Jorgen, there's a good chance he could KO him. So I just didn't know, and I just, hope for the best. But it could have been an easy cash, and I just, it is what it is. I screwed up a few plays tonight. I don't regret this one, but I do regret this one at the same time. It's one of those weird ones. Um, yeah, moving on. We had Sobek, and it was looking good until it wasn't. I don't know what's wrong with her. Like she blew a load against a girl that's known for her cardio. Like I don't understand why you do that, but it is what it is. I feel like Aspen Ladd's underrated, even though she isn't good. She is good. You know what I mean? So like she has some good fundamentals. She's just not too athletic, and she makes up for it with her heart and she tries hard. And in all honesty, I thought that she was going to get the third period, but that tenacity that she has is just the reason why she got the finish and got those 5 points and probably going and she thinks going to the playoffs. So congratulations, Aspen Lad. You deserved it. You work hard. This is one of the ones I was more genuinely happy for the person. Good win for Aspen. Moving on. Another can get fed to Ollie Walsh. What do you know? First round KO. Overthought it. Should have hammered it. It is what it is. Renan Ferreira versus Mateo Scheffel. Again, another bet that I overthought. Scheffel likes to strike, and that's what Renan Ferreira likes to do too. I have yet to see him really get outpointed on the feet, at least what I can remember. Especially a guy as small as Scheffel. So, retrospect, hindsight 2020 is what it is. A lot of these bets I just kind of passed on because I was just had so much PTSD. But the one of them all that bothered me the most for Pacheco by finish, I just didn't even play. I was so scared of from Lawton last week and those long, long legs. I was having nightmares of Pacheco getting head kicked. But I just Lightning can't strike twice, and Pacheco just proved why she's the best lightweight. I think she's one of the greatest fighters. Like other than her wrestling, I think her and Nunes are the best, and I think she could beat Nunes right now in her career. Nunes is too old in her career, and I think in her prime, I think it would have been a more fun fight. But I think Nunes at her prime, I think beats Pacheco, but Pacheco right now, I think beats Nunes. Pacheco is a problem, like a real problem. Like this was easy money. She needed the finish. She only had 3 points in her last fight. Like so many fights I just didn't think through. And or I did and I just didn't go, like, you know what I mean? There's just so many good spots in the card. I didn't It is what it is. I screwed it up. I won't make that mistake next week. Or at least I won't I'll try not to. Same thing with the main event, except this one I'm really not too upset with myself because this was just an ugly fight. Maurice Green, man, he is awful. Awful. And John Jones trolled him for saying that he won that fight. Because anyways, Ante the Lehigh, man, you need to be able to finish guys like Maurice Green, but like, she's still gonna win the tournament, like the heavyweight tournament, anyways. Because like, who really is there, man? Jeez, it is what it is, though, guys. Yeah, I not too happy about that. Lost like 11 units with PFL just because of the Martine situation. Would have profited without it, but guys, I can't control the outcome. I can only do what I can beforehand. And if you're missing by just that, it's not that big of a deal. I can make it back, and that's what I did. And that's what I'm going to talk to you about right now. Because guess what? Crushed this card. I crushed this card. Let's get right into it. Cody Law. Man, he can't finish a sandwich. I am not going to ever pick him by finish. After the time he burned me, I will never do it again. He just can't finish. He has no jiu-jitsu. He's a blue belt in jiu-jitsu. He has no jiu-jitsu. I said this in my breakdown. I cannot pick him by finish. And that's what I did. I didn't pick him by finish. I took him by decision. That's why my parlay. I actually cashed a parlay where him by decision and Rabananov by decision because just because they have a really good record and just because they can wrestle does not mean they're good at finishing. They're good at humping and grinding you out to a decision. So, anyways, Cody Law, if you're fighting anyone good, I'm fading you. And yeah, it is what it is. I really don't like watching you fight. You are boring, and you you need to I think need to go back to the amateur leagues. Not amateur league. Amateur not for sure. For sure not amateur, but you need to get more like comfortable doing like finishing fights because this is getting ridiculous. Edwin Chavez was like a free win and you just didn't even want to finish him. Anyways, moving on. We had Jordan Newman in the distance. He finished him in the first round. his striking, man. Like I can't get over how stiff he is with the striking. He would knock me out senseless. That's the funny thing. But he just I don't know how to explain it. Like his hands are just like it's really weird. Like I don't know. Like his chin's always so up when he's striking too. Like I'm not a coach, so I can't really point these things out as well. But all I know is it's wrong. And but his grappling's good enough to where he can get away with it. And I do think he just beat up Mr. Perry, so that wasn't fair at all. Good win for Jordan Newman. I really not good win, but like nice win for Jordan Newman, and I really am happy I cashed that in the distance prop because someone was telling me, don't do it. He went to decisions like Mr. Law. I was like, bro, don't compare Law to Newman. Newman tries to finish. Law is content with decisions. But anyways, moving on. Archie, the Colgan, my max play of the night. Colgan, it wasn't supposed to be the max play, but I pulled the trigger last second as the fight was about to start, and I knew I made the right decision because Colgan, man, although he can't kick, which is going to be a problem against the better competition, he can box, man. He has good boxing. His wrestling is phenomenal. He doesn't have any jiu-jitsu, so that's an issue, but again, these are just things to watch out for against better fighters. But he should beat majority of these fighters. He's a really good fighter. I love watching Colgan fight. He's cashed for me almost every time. Moving on, Norbert Noveni Jr. Uh, uh, versus Camille Onisuka. This was just a egg in the face in here. I knew Noveni Jr. was gonna win this, and I just said to myself, no, let's just ride the homie. Yeah, don't do that. You gotta trust your gut. Always. Always. That's why it's rule number 6 in the Bible, and I don't listen to it. It is what it is, guys. Navendi Jr., man, he's talented as hell. That's all I can say. We'll see how he can grapple though. That's a real question. Moving on. Jalil Willis, I hate you. I flat out hate you. You are the reason why I didn't have a big day today. Over 1.5 was all I needed. Ramazan Kurmagomedov. You know how many finishes this man has? 7 out of. I guess that is a lot. So I did screw up, okay? I screwed up. But like, man, like I screwed up. Like, look at the wins. Like, mm, okay, I screwed up. I screwed up. Never, ever, ever do that again. Okay. Yeah, I screwed up. But it is what it is. Would have cashed huge on the night. Jill Willis, I still hate you. Moving on. We had uh we had Peter or Kadzi Garabanov by decision. Easy. Peter Boos, very scary at the end. He almost ruined that. So I can't really get too much into these because I wasn't really watching them depthly, you know what I mean? Especially this next fight, I didn't watch it at all, and thankfully I didn't because I would have been one angry person because Daniel James is like an absolute fraud. They tried to make him as this new star in the division because he's faced a bunch of Russians. Man, you could tell he hasn't trained grappling like he used to when he was fighting the Russians because man was that pathetic to watch. Sarakam is not good, or at least last time I checked. I didn't watch the fight, so I'll have to watch it next time Sarakam fights. At least give me some film to watch. That'll be cool. I need to set up a station where I have 3 monitors on because I had 3 different promotions and it was just too much. Usually I've had more though. That's the crazy part. I don't know how I've done it in the past. Moving on, Corey Anderson again another spot. I kind of wanted to hammer, but I didn't. And I'm kind of happy I didn't because that split would have stressed me out. But yeah, good win for Corey. Lost a tooth in the process. Apparently, it was a really good fight. So good win for Corey. Had him by decision as well. Man, if I just did the prop, that would have made so much money. Because there's just so many good opportunities. I'll know for next time. I'll know for next time. Corey Anderson. Okay. Sergio Pettis versus Patricio Pitbull. I can talk to you about this one. So I didn't see the first round, but I saw the second. Pettis was, man, he was just too quick. Actually, I can summarize it. He was too quick. He was landing the better shots. There was a point where he rocked him with I think it was a spinning wheel kick. Man, it was a or spinning hook kick. I think it was actually. Man, Patricio Pitbull was wobbling. If there was more time, he actually could have got a finish maybe. But yeah, we won a nice dominant decision. Having a little sweaty there times just because of the power of Pitbull. He can knock you out in a split second. And then yeah, congratulations, Pettis. He's a real deal, man. Real deal. Definitely the better brother of the two. Moving on. Vadim Nemkov taking on Roel Romero. Why didn't I just hammer Nemkov? It's free money, man. Romero's got one round in him, and I could have arbitraged with that one round. Like, I just kind of overthought a few of these fights, and it is what it is. I will only let that happen again. Or at least I'll try not to. Moving on. Tamir Khizriev versus Richie Smullen. Tamir Khizriev domination. That's all apparently that happened. I didn't really watch the fight. I knew he wasn't going to finish, though. He doesn't really finish that too often. But again, with these Dagestanians, it's like 70-30, 60-40 they finish. Carl Moore, Alex Polizzi, man. Carl Moore, man, he got it done. Unanimous decision. Beautiful win, Mr. Carl Moore. He landed the better shots. He was just, the poor fight IQ. What can you do? I'll keep that noted for the future fights. But great win, and I plus one. The plus value was there. I'm really happy I took Carl Moore. That was a gut pick right there. Moving on, we had Mike Hamill taking on Shamil Nikiev. I was on Nikiev and I had to switch just because Nikiev hasn't faced anyone to the level of Mike Hamill. He looked really good though, being the steroid cheat he is. He looked really good in that first round, and what do you know? He gassed out, and Mike Hamill took over and dominated him for the last two. Easy majority win for Mike Hamill unless you had it a draw, which is fair too. Moving on. We had we had Kyle Crutchmer taking on Bobby Nash. Bobby Nash gets knocked out and embarrassed. So that was rough, but I also got embarrassed because I thought he actually had a better chance than that. So that's on me. Guy has no defensive awareness, is what it is. Um, it is what it is. Speedy recovery, and he goes for broke though. I'll give it to him. He does go for broke. Moving on, we had Kyle. Yeah, good one for Kyle Crutchmer. Good comeback win. Moving on, main event. Vladimir Gouveia, easy work. I can't believe I doubted him by finish. I didn't think Sayeg was that bad, but yeah. Anyways, guys, I'm exhausted. Um, like, subscribe, you know the drill, and I'll see you soon for the UFC recap. Got a fun next week. I got so much to do next week, so all right, guys, all love.